I'm 10 years old, and I live in this city. It's a very boring little city, and I live in it with my mother and my father. I'm an only child, and my mother and father would always let me go out alone. So that's what I usually do. You have to go through this city and through this forest where you have to go to the circus that my mom would always let me go to every year. So you have to go all the way through the city and all the way through the forest. And I don't really watch a lot of scary stories, so it would be like a 6 at the scariest if I hear an owl hooting or an old tree branch that I stepped on. But anyway, usually I get a lack of relief when I see the circus, because there's a bunch of flashing red lights, a bunch of people there, a bunch of adults, and a bunch of like trailers. My mom always gave me $30 so I can spend it there in case food is expensive nowadays. So she always used to do that. So I used to get like a hot dog and some fries and a drink, like a soda, Coke, Pepsi, all that good stuff. After I'd go around and explore, and she'd give me another like $30 so I can actually get in to go on the rides. And I saw this circus tent, so I went in. And what I got in there was so creepy. You won't even believe what was in there. 3 clowns that saw me, and they would never stop getting their eyes off me. Whenever they saw me, they would literally, whenever they saw me move, like 1 inch, they would literally be like, why is he moving? Like, so I just stood there watching them. They weren't even doing anything. Everybody was freaked out. And everybody just left after they were only having their eyes on me. And after that, I left. And then when I got out, when I was leaving to go out, they literally turned their heads towards me. And after that, I knew that 100% that they were literally watching me. And after I got out, there was a bunch of like circus rides and all that great stuff. So then I went on that, and I actually saw one of my friends, Jake. He was a very nice guy. So we went on a bunch of rides together, and we overall had a good time. And I only had like $10 left, so I just spent it on a slushie. And then we went there, and I swear I could feel people, like the feeling that I was being watched, and I was. When I was walking back to the forest, I swear that I could hear a bunch of tree branches behind me crackling, but I literally didn't see anything, which scared me. So I just went through it, and what I heard was, what I saw was terrifying. In the distance, I could see this grown man in a costume, and it really, really scared me. I literally put my hands in my pockets and almost started blistering out in tears. After that, I sprinted off. I could hear him yelling, "Where are you going, kid?" And after that, and when I looked back, it scared me. There was a clown. I could clearly make out he was a clown. This was really creepy. I was so cold, almost crying in tears. He said, "Do you want a balloon?" And I literally just went off, so scared. When I got back to my house, I noticed that the door was locked. I instantly got on the phone with my mother, and she said, "Where are you going? I thought you were supposed to be at the circus." And I said, "No, I know. I just wanted to come home early, and these clowns are following behind me." Then she came to the door, opened it. But before that, I was scared to death when I saw the 3 clowns that I saw in the circus tent were literally speed walking right towards me. 5 seconds later, I was banging on the door, and now I was literally crying. And then my mom opened the door. She got on the phone with the police. She called the police, and around 20 minutes later, the police arrived. They had to close down that circus. It never reopened again. And they didn't find any of those clowns. I felt so embarrassed that circus had to close down. I bet really a lot of those people had a bunch of fun times there. And I'm still scared on how those clowns still know where I am. They could be on the property right now. Have a good day, everybody.